What a finale. With the way the past few episodes have gone, I was expecting a strong and probably somewhat emotional conclusion to the season, but nowhere near what we just got. Of course, the big thing is Tech's sacrifice, so I'll just get right into that. Throughout the entire scene, I had a bad feeling that something was going to happen, but I tried to talk myself out of it. It's always easy to assume that the major characters will all make it out just fine, that what we're getting is just to create some tension. But because this was the season finale, anything can happen. I was surprised at how emotional Tech's death made me, and it really is a testament to the season. Last season, I don't think I would have nearly cared this much, if at all. But after having time to sit with these characters and get to see multiple sides of them and see them develop, I have found myself caring about them much more. I think there are still areas where it can be improved, but this season did so much to make me like them as characters. I came into the season a bit hesitant, because while the first season had moments, it was probably my least favorite Star Wars animated series at the time, because I really just didn't care for these characters. I wanted to see the early days of the Empire, and that was about it. But with this season including more of a variety of stories and focusing on each character in a different way, it's given me another reason to care about these stories. As nice as it will be to not have to watch 2 episodes every Wednesday morning, I will miss these characters until Season 3, which I'm assuming will be announced at Star Wars Celebration. I was unsure if they would wrap everything up this season or not, but the way it all ended, I feel like another season is necessary and already planned. Back to Tech's sacrifice though, I feel like it was something I should have seen coming, and yet it made me emotional anyways. His conversation with Fee at the beginning should have been a sign of things to come, but now it means so much more knowing they'll never see each other again. However, despite all of this, I don't know if I'm fully convinced that Tech is dead, although that might be a mix of hopefulness and no one ever truly being dead in Star Wars. The Fall should kill someone, but I wouldn't be surprised if he returns in a later episode as a part of an Imperial project, similar to the Winter Soldier in Marvel. Actually, almost exactly like that. It's a similar death, and we already know that Hemlock, the Imperial known for unorthodox experiments, searched through the wreckage and found the goggles, so he could have taken the body back somewhere and begun experiments to make him into some other kind of soldier. It's not exactly a likely outcome, but I think it is still in the realm of possibilities. Circling back to the beginning of the episode, I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to see Rex at all after he and Echo went off. He's on another mission somewhere else according to Echo, but I would have really liked to see him again. Both him and Cody played much smaller roles than I expected this season, but I guess with the 3rd season likely coming, their story can be pushed back until then. The Imperial Conference offers a few familiar faces, and we specifically get to see Krennic and a mention of Project Stardust, but other than a few familiar details, there wasn't anything about it that I loved. The action throughout the episode was alright, but nothing stood out to me as great. It did an excellent job of building tension, but most of that was for the end of the episode and the finale, not during these exact scenes. It was also nice to see Echo back with them. The batch ran into Saw Gerrera in the compound, who's trying to destroy the base and take out as many Imperials as possible. His inclusion mostly made sense in the story, and it was sort of funny and sort of annoying, but the subtitles spoiled his appearance for me by revealing who it was before he took off the helmet. So that was something I wished didn't happen. Because he detonates the explosives, there wasn't too much to come out of the mission other than the batch getting themselves into trouble, so until the railcar scene, it was hard for me to care too much about what was happening. It kinda just felt like we were back where we started. So we get to the railcar scene, Tech's death, and something I really wanted to point out, not just about this episode but both, was how well the music was used to convey tone and to swell emotions. The music added so much more to Tech's death, and even when I thought I had recovered emotionally, they hit me with another fantastic piece that really just showed me how bad things were right now for all of them. Going into the next episode, the Omega points of view shots to start it off were really neat, and helped with the chaotic and emotional feelings carrying over from the first episode. Each character reacting to and dealing with Tech's death just kept making it hurt more and more, and whenever I thought I got over it, another scene happened and brought me back down to wallow in it. I was expecting something to happen with Sid after the way the 2 parties broke up, but I was not expecting it for her to bring the Empire in. Even though we know from earlier episodes that she isn't the most trustworthy person, I didn't think she'd go that low. It hurt so much knowing that they had finally agreed to return to Pabu and live a peaceful life, and now that can't happen until they get Omega back from the Empire. The action to end this episode was solid enough, but it definitely wasn't the highlight for me. The season ends on Tansis, and I don't know if it was mentioned before or not, but Hemlock talks to Nala Se about working on the Emperor's project, and I feel like that more than likely has to be what we see in The Rise of Skywalker. It'll be interesting to see how deep into it they go and what information we actually get to learn about. And then it ends on a bit of a confusing bombshell, that the cloner also happens to be a clone and a sister to Omega. Personally, that was more confusing than shocking, just because there were no hints of it in any form, other than maybe her being nice to Crosshair, and I think it also takes away from Omega being special. We're going to learn more about it next season, but as of right now, I don't think I'm a fan of the reveal yet. The Bad Batch Season 2 finale throws the story back into chaos, with emotional tragedy, captivating action, and new details that tease an exciting new story, earning a rating of 8 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of these 2 episodes in the comments below, and what you thought of the season as a whole. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more reviews like this, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.